Well, I'm in my pantry and looking at my spice rack, and you might be wondering, what does a spice rack have to do with DIY filmmaking? Well, you're about to find out. So the other day, my mother-in-law was cleaning out her pantry, and she asked my wife if she wanted a Lazy Susan. At first she said no, but then I said, hey wait, hold on, I'll take one. Those things can work really great as a turntable. All right, on a kitchen island here, here is a turntable. This is a standard spice rack turntable. So how do I go from this to a professional looking product shot? First thing is I'm going to steal the can opener out of the wall. This will be our fake product shot. Well, I guess it's a real product, but you know what I mean. So I've got the can opener and I'm going to put it on the turntable here. You want to center it up as best you can. You can of course finesse this once you get the shot set up. And then I'm going to deal with the cord. For right now I'm just going to wrap it around the bottom. We're not going to see this part in this particular shot, so that should be okay. All right, and so now I'm going to set up my camera, and I'm going to shoot this two ways. Once with FiLMiC Pro using my iPhone 11 Pro Max, and another time with my Sony camera, so you can see two different looks. Now I'm going to go ahead and roll on a clip here. This doesn't look like we want it to look. This could work in certain situations, but for what we want to do here, more of a stylized product shot, we still need to make some adjustments. And the way to do that here is just to put in a background. Now this is just a cheap piece of foam core, and it's not very big. I think this one is 24 by 36. So if you had a bigger piece, sometimes that would be better because you don't have to worry about framing the shot so tightly. But in this case, this is what I have. And so I'm going to set this foam core up at the end of the counter. And to do this, I'm going to need to add a stand in here. If I had a C-stand, that would be ideal, but I'm working DIY from my house. And so I have some light stands around. And this is just a standard Manfrotto light stand. And so I'm going to prop up this foam core with the light stand. Now, of course, you can see that this isn't just going to work propping it up. So I reached into my pantry and grabbed a bag clip. All right, so now we've got the foam core behind it and it's starting to look better. But we still need to add a few more things before we can shoot. So now I'm going to add a background light to light up this white foam core. And this is the Fold F7 from Falconize. I did a review video of this recently, and so I'll put a card right up here. Check that out if you're interested. But this is an RGB light, and the cool thing about it is, since it folds, it kind of has its own built-in stand. All right, and so here's how that looks. We're making progress. I'm going to roll on a clip here on the iPhone. So right now you can see off the edges of the background, but I'm going to reframe that in post-production. But now I need to actually put light on the product. The background's looking okay. The product has no light on it yet. I have the overheads on while I'm doing my setup, but I'm going to turn those off. Then I also had some windows open just to put in extra ambient light, but I'm going to shut those too. So here's how it looks now in the kitchen. It's all dark, and the image on the iPhone, a little bit hard to tell in this shot here. The colors are very deep and the background looks really good, although the product of course does not. All right, now I'm going to add a small little light, more or less a kicker light. This is the Aperture MC, a small portable LED light. Great light, and I've got the soft diffusion on there. So I'm just trying to add a little bit of a rim light onto the actual product without hitting the background too much. All right, now I'm going to grab this light. It's a Falconize SO28TD. I've reviewed it as well, and it's a light I use all the time. I really love this light. And I'm going to bring the intensity down. It's on 100 right now. Probably around 50. So now the product looks pretty good. I like having the different highlights on the side, and the exposure looks about right. But we have another problem. My key light is spilling all over the background. All right, I'm using this to make a flag. This is a standard manila folder. Gaff tape. And so now I'll put a flag around the edge of this light to block the background. And that should look pretty good. Without it, with it. Gaff tape. All right, so it doesn't look pretty, but it definitely works. This is what DIY filmmaking is all about. All right, and so now you just have to operate the turntable. It's by no means perfect, but this is a great DIY solution. With heavier objects like this, you'll notice that it can bounce, but if you use small controlled movements, you can get some really good results. And of course, with this setup, you could do a variety of different background colors. Pretty cool, huh? Amazing what you can do with just some household items like that. Thanks to my mother-in-law for giving me the turntable, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.